damn, bro, he was just saying. Yeah, it's fucking annoying as shit when people are just saying over and over again. Fucking pisses me off. Stop just saying it, I guess. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Let's watch.
This morning, Texas taking center stage in the debate over abortion rights, passing a law potentially impacting millions of women.
The Texas heartbeat bill is now law in the Lone Star State.
I just wish that Governor Greg Abbott's parents got an abortion. Like, it would have saved us so much heartache. You know what I'm saying? Things would be so much better if that had happened. A mistake of a birth. God damn, I've never seen so many thumbs. This motherfucker literally looks like Dennis Hastert. God damn, dude, this is quite white right here. This is some white people shit right here, dude.
Governor Greg Abbott signing a bill Wednesday, banning abortions in most cases where a fetal heartbeat is detected, potentially as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy, before many women even know they're pregnant.
In Texas, we work to save those lives.
Similar heartbeat bans passed by other states have so far failed to hold up in court. The Texas bill is unique, permitting almost anyone to sue any person or provider who may have helped someone get an abortion after the limit.
These kinds of restrictions,
like, absolutely psychopathic. Absolutely psychopathic, dude. I mean, dude, this is some real Al-Qaeda shit right here, dude. Straight up. Straight up Al-Qaeda. Boys, it is what it is.
restrictions don't do anything to reduce the need for abortion. They're just blocking people from getting safe abortions.
A 2017 study found 96% of Texas counties had no clinics that provided abortions. 43% of Texas women, however, lived in those counties. The Texas law comes at a key time, as a landmark case deciding constitutional protections for abortions could be in question. The Supreme Court announced it would hear a Mississippi case challenging Roe v. Wade over a law that bans most abortions after 15 weeks.
States are in open defiance of Supreme Court precedent in the hope that this newly constituted Supreme Court is going to reverse Roe versus Wade. And that's why we see them passing blatantly unconstitutional laws.
And again, that Texas law is set to go into effect on September 1st. As for that Mississippi case, the Supreme Court expected to hear it this fall, with a decision expected sometime early next year.
I hate conservatives so much, dude. I'm so glad they're doing this, boys. I mean, this was important. It's important that they're doing this. Huh. Texas meme. Can you guys fix our power grid infrastructure? Best I can do is ban abortion. And that's funny because it's true. And the hogs fucking eat this shit up, dude. They literally see this and go, hell yeah, brother. Oh, fuck yeah. This thing that does not even impact me remotely. I'm so excited that Texas finally took a brave stance against it, brother. Hell yeah. They disgust me. These people disgust me. I hate them. I fucking hate them so much. Oh my fucking God.
Overnight.
Anyway, another important story of the day, which I forgot to fucking cover earlier, is Christopher Cuomo. Came out that our himbo friend was actually in cahoots with his brother, Andrew Cuomo, and was advising him on what to say when the sexual assault case or charges were, not charges, but like sexual assault allegations and accusations were put forward. So you know, as an operative within the media, it's kind of weird that he did that. But who knew? I mean, I didn't think he was going to be impartial. Regardless, let's hear it.
CNN's Chris Cuomo defending the political advice he gave his brother Andrew, New York's governor, accused of inappropriate behavior or sexual harassment by at least 9 women.
I understand why that was a problem for CNN. It will not happen again. It was a mistake.
But the younger Cuomo conceding that when it comes to his brother, he is biased.
I can be objective about just about anything.
About half the pregnancies that happen. Oh shit, we got a professional in here. Okay, guys, hold on. Hold on. I want to go back to the Texas story because right now we have been graced with the presence of a professional public health person. Okay? Let's hear what they have to say. About half of pregnancies that happen yearly in the United States are unintended. States like Texas does not even... Yo, how did you graduate, dude? Seriously, Morgan, what is it? States like Texas does not even do things to help prevent these pregnancies by starting simply with access to contraception and adequate, medically accurate sex education. I'm just kidding. This is our public health expert here, who herself once said, "I want someone to suck out my ovaries like boba tea." I just blasted you in front of 33,000 people. Anyway. Listen. Frogan is precious. If anyone fucking dares come after her, I will fucking blast you out of this community very easily, okay? Bullying a public health expert, kind of weird. I mean, okay, you deserve it though. I can do that, but you can't. To everyone else.
Any topic, but not about my family.
Less than 2 months ago, Chris Cuomo promised his viewers to be straight with them.
I cannot cover it because he is my brother.
While he avoided the story on the air.
Come on! Come on! What are you fucking doing? It's my fucking brother over here. Hey!
Camera, he was involved. This morning, the governor's office confirming what the Washington Post first reported, that Chris Cuomo joined strategy calls with the governor's aides about how to respond to the scandal.
Did Chris Cuomo do more than just listen on these calls?
Yes, Chris Cuomo gave a lot of advice on these calls. He struck a fairly pugilistic tone, telling his brother to not resign, to push back against the allegations, to not give in to quote unquote cancel culture.
Asked about the reports, the governor's office describes Chris Cuomo's role as a few phone conversations with friends and advisors, giving the governor advice. That influence from his brother, according to the Washington Post, apparent in the governor's defiant response.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Governor Cuomo has denied the harassment allegations and refused calls to step down. He's also apologized for making anyone uncomfortable.
Law equals cancel culture. Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't know that fucking harassing women under my employ was fucking against the law over here. I mean, I'm a goddamn lawyer myself, but I fucking didn't know. Why is the law doing cancel culture to me over here? Ah, maroon. Oh, fuck. Here's the thing, okay? The reality is, of course, CNN is not going to do anything about it. I understand why Chris Cuomo wouldn't want to cover it because it's impossible for him to be impartial in this circumstance. However, like, I mean, there's no pretense of even... impartiality in the news. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I mean, they're incredibly fucking biased, and he will not get any sort of punishment for this at all. CNN is not going to punish them, except CNN punished Mark Lamont Hill for fucking being pro-Palestine. So, you know, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you'll most likely get away with it, especially if you're like rich enough or famous enough within the CNN circles. Oh, this was a wonderful combo. I read parts of this earlier. Hold on. This is great. This is the funniest part about our wonderful himbo here. But if you have high ratings and your ratings are not going to be fucking touched, you're fine. Okay, so let's watch what Chris Cuomo had to say to Angus Johnston, who's a ridiculous name. Okay, I'm sorry. My man is a Cooney professor. And I gotta fucking say, incredible stuff. I mean, really? Your name is Angus Johnston? Okay, anyway, let's see what Christopher Cuomo had to say. I'm saying the accusers need to prove what they say, you loudmouth. You teach. I should come down to Cooney and give you a lesson, maybe. Ah! Are you fucking kidding me? Why don't I fucking come down there and wipe the floors with you, you motherfucker? I'll make marinara sauce out of your blood. You teach. Ah! I should come down to Cooney and give you a lesson, maybe. Oh, what are you doing?
Another month, another brain.
I love that take.
Has buff.
These were the first handful of total 17 DMs he sent me over the course of 3 days because I called him a putz on Twitter. And yes, he'd been a putz. He goes, your brother's the governor and you have a prominent public platform and you said people like me shouldn't be teaching at public universities and you said I need to check myself before I go too far. Why? Again, because I called you a putz once. That's wildly disproportionate and wildly irresponsible. If you can't see how someone might see that kind of talk as a threat, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you think I'm threatening you because my brother is the governor and you work at Cooney? That's more ridiculous than your fucking tweets over here. I would never do that. I thought you were threatening me because he was a public figure. That's actually funny. I'm dialoguing over here. Because people who teach kids about activism shouldn't be irresponsibly partisan, paisan. That is all. It's not personal. I am a caveman. I wanted to do harm. If I wanted to do harm, I would find you. Take care and enjoy the stone indictment, which many of you lefties will blow out of proportion. I'm a fucking caveman over here. Don't even start with me.
My prime is in honor of the
Isn't that
Cuomos.
racist to mock an accent? My prime is in honor of the Cuomos, says Nasty Nate. Hey, Nate, how you fucking doing?
Free Amaranth.
Okay,
She is the reason why
I love
is on
him.
Twitch.
I love him
Hashtag
again.
Xana
I
History.
forgive him now. I mean, who the fuck speaks like this and tweets like this and DMs motherfuckers like this? You gotta. I love him again. I'm dialoguing over here. You fucking. I'm a caveman. You think if I didn't want to find you, I couldn't find you? I haven't been around so much dealing with real life shit, but I'm very proud of your growth, my guy. Oh, thanks, dude.
I am subscribing over here.
Listen, motherfucker, if I wanted to find yous, I would find yous. Ah! All right.
I love that he
But
said
more
activists
importantly
can't
than
be
that, it's
partisan,
top of the
like that makes
fucking
sense.
hour over here. If you want to fucking no longer see the fucking ads, all you need to do is subscribe. All right, you can do it for fucking $5, or you can subscribe. Maron, you can subscribe for fucking free. Free 99. I'm telling you, with a Twitch Prime. Top of the fucking hour. Free 99 with a fucking Twitch Prime. You avoid the ads. All right, you get to send me fucking subscriptions or links that I will probably avoid. Maron, here is the fucking ad break now. Oh, we're doing it. How long? What is your Long John Silver's jam? What the fuck? What is this? What is going on here? Like what is going on? Why are they doing this? I'm fucking annoyed with these ads. Subbing to you is one of the best purchases I make every month. Hustle. Oh my god, that's actually
Okay, Pappy.
very sweet. I wish I could send you recordings of my dad. This chat would lose their mind how funny it is. Damn. Nate, you're now making fun of Italians or learning to appreciate Italians instead of defending them. What happened? Back to the Matt Gaetz story. Matt Gaetz was on Newsmax, and this is what he had to say.
I'm not too worried about Joel Greenberg. Joel Greenberg is literally sitting in jail right now because he originally accused someone who was innocent of having had a relationship with a minor. That wasn't true. It was just a false thing that Joel Greenberg had said, and that's ended him in quite a bit of trouble. But I'm not focused on scandal. I'm focused on socialism and what it's doing to our country. That's why I'm here in Arizona with Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're going to have about 1,000 patriots behind.
Dude, I love that. I fucking love that, dude. Straight up. I love that Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay, who is like a fucking QAnon supporter and wanted to like hashtag save the children, he's like everywhere, working alongside a person who is being investigated for sex trafficking of a minor. It's crazy. Like, it does not get better than this, okay? I'm sorry. It literally, like, it literally is not, you can't get more hypocritical than this exact situation. This is it. I love that you failed to appear for your court case. Nice job. Dude. It's a video game. Okay?
I know
you are talking about a video game while I am currently working and doing my job. Okay? The reality is, even if I still played regularly, even if I still played every day, if I was doing news coverage, I would not stop the news coverage to go to a fucking court case in a video game.
Hugs. Let's go. "7 months. Helped me adjust to living abroad. Thanks, Hassan."
Behind us, supporting the Arizona audit and our ongoing efforts for election integrity. And I'm not going to let the process be the punishment. I'm not too worried about Joel Greenberg.
I was really dumb. I'm still dumb now, but at least I don't have to see ads. Keep Harpy Frogs starving for 2 years as punishment. Disneyland stream when?
The irony is completely lost on Magic the Gathering fans. I agree. Socialism is when I can't sex traffic minors, brother. And the more I can't sex traffic minors, the more socialist it is, brother. What the fuck?
Happy 9 months, Hasselhass.
Brother, I will fight to death for this, okay? Get the fuck out of here, brother. God damn it. Everything, dude. Every fucking thing is, I'm trying to fight socialism, brother. Anti-Semitic attacks are being reported in the U.S. as
make me the most
tensions are flaring over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about this. And this is the last story that I'm going to cover today because it's important. And I need to I need to mention this. Anti-Semitism is disgusting and unacceptable. Okay? I fucking despise these dipshits who turn around and try to use the situation happening in fucking Gaza as a way to engage in anti-Semitic attacks against Jews in the United States of America and in Western nations in general. Anti-Semitism has been growing in Western nations for some time. Anti-Semitism historically has been used to justify pogroms against Jewish people internationally, and even the fucking Holocaust, which is the main one, the biggest one, and the recent one. There are anti-Semitic people who use this as an opportunity to fucking shit on Jewish people and try to hide it by couching their anti-Semitism with legitimate anti-Zionist critique. This is true. This does happen. I mean, there are literal fucking Nazis who say, oh yeah, you know, fuck Israel, free Palestine, but they're Nazis. Like, they don't like Muslims. They're just saying that to say, like, fuck the Jews, okay? It's completely unacceptable. We encourage, and the anger that I feel towards these actions is twofold. One, because on its face, anti-Semitism is disgusting, and you're a fucking fascist most of the time if you are an anti-Semite, okay? But the secondary reason why I fucking hate this shit is, and it's not as important as the first reason because I hate anti-Semitism on its face, but the secondary reason why I fucking despise anti-Semitism is because it will be used as a way to stop talking about the issues in Gaza against Palestinians, to recenter the focus around how your criticisms of Israel is turning people anti-Semitic, which is inherently anti-Semitic. What an actually objective news media should be doing is separating these two ideas instead of playing into the fucking inappropriate and unironically anti-Semitic statement or sentiment that everything that Israel does falls upon the entirety of the international Jewish community. Okay? Jews are not a monolith. So I fucking hate that, like, instead of being like, these actions should not, like, Israel's actions are completely different than the actions or it's just like anything else that's going on that pertains to Jewish people even living in Israel, even though there is an overwhelming majority that defends the occupation, obviously.
Hello, Ajan?
Isn't it like 93% of Jews support Israel? That's not true. And even if it was 93% of fucking Jews that support Israel, first of all, it's not even true. But even if it was true, you can't fucking attack Jews on the street. Like, that's psychotic. Okay? Not overwhelming majority? No. In Israel, the overwhelming majority currently supports not only the occupation, but also the endless bombing campaign in Israel. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. Regardless, though, 72%. Sorry. I guess that's not an overwhelming majority. This has nothing to do with them being Jewish. It has everything to do with them being Israeli and indoctrinated from childhood, like you said about the Turks. The other anger that I have about these sorts of coverage, these sorts of stories, beyond the anger that I feel about these sorts of stories, beyond, again, the actual anger that I feel towards anti-Semitic actions, which are unacceptable. The other thing that pisses me off is that, like, oftentimes there are real anti-Semitic actions against Jews for being Jewish. And then there is this notion that, like, any sort of Palestinian protest is declared anti-Semitic by Western nations. Like in fucking France, where Palestinian solidarity protests are automatically declared anti-Semitic and interfered by the police. And that is fucking disgusting. It is once again a straight up dishonest and damaging conflation that all fucking Jews support Israel, all Jews are a monolith, and all Jews unconditionally and uncritically support Israel, when even fucking Jews living in Israel don't. Okay? U.S. Jews have a wildly differing view on Israel. U.S. Jews have wildly differing views on Israel. Majority of the Orthodox Jews believe God gave the land that is now Israel to the Jewish people. Feel somewhat attached to Israel. 40% of no particular branch. 58% of Reform Jews. 58% of all Jewish adults say that they feel somewhat or very attached to Israel. 57 say they... okay. 32% of Jews say they believe God gave the land to Israel that belongs to the Jewish people. 33% say that Israeli government is making sincere effort towards peace. Literally fucking... Dude, Orthodox Jews are crazy, man. Holy shit.
It is
Look at this.
to what you're talking about.
59% of Orthodox Jews says the Israeli government is making a sincere effort towards peace. That's insane. 37% rate Netanyahu's leadership as excellent / good of reformist Jews. There you go. %49 say caring about Israel is essential to what being Jewish means to them. All of this is a consequence of indoctrination. The reason why 45% of all Jewish adults in America say caring about Israel is essential to what being Jewish means to them is because of things like birthright, and it's because of fucking propaganda from their own goddamn communities. That's why there are so many liberal Zionists. %19. I love that 26% of Reform Jews believe God gave the land that is now Israel to the Jewish people. That is the best number here, okay? Like you are literally a like the most progressive type of religious person that anyone could be, and even then 26% say that God gave the land to Israel that now belongs to the Jewish people. Anyway, nearly half of Israeli Jews say our Arabs should be expelled. It gets way worse when you get to Israel. Literally, the first 13 years of our lives are indoctrinating us into supporting Israel. I've never heard the word Palestine until I turned 16. With how all criticism of Israel call anti-Semitic made me for years underestimate how big a problem anti-Semitism actually is. No, anti-Semitism is a gigantic problem. That's why all fucking psychotic, like reactionary conspiracies always somehow find themselves revolving around how like Jews control NASA. Even fucking not as damaging or as harmful fucking conspiracy theories like flat Earth literally somehow go back to Jews control NASA and all the scientists, and that's why the Earth is flat, and they don't want that secret to be revealed. Like every single one. As a Jew, I wouldn't say that Reform Jews are necessarily the most progressive. I mean, they're most progressive out of this bunch, though. Reform Jews are more progressive than conservative and Orthodox Jews. It's the truth. And as far as like the international religious community goes, as far as people that consider themselves to be religious or believe in like some form of religion, Reform Jews are internationally some of the most progressive groups overall, whether when it comes to social progress. Definitely not when it comes to Palestine, but and then there are secular Jews. Yes, that is the most progressive. You're right. Like Bernie Sanders. Yes, Arabs are Semitic people too, but literally zero people regard Arabs as Semitic people. So that argument is like fucking... I will never make that argument, okay? Unless I'm memeing. Like, zero people have ever talked about anti-Arab violence as anti-Semitic violence. Anyway. I mean, it's true, but it doesn't matter. It's like not an argument that you could ever use. Especially because, like, colloquially, not a single fucking person recognized it as such. Okay? Etymologically correct, but anti-Semitic has come to refer to the Jews. Yes. Anyway. So, anti-Semitic hate crimes are increasing. Some because anti-Semitic hate crimes have increased for a long time in America, especially in the aftermath of Donald Trump, which is ironically Israel's, number one fucking president. Okay? Number one U.S. president, boys. 71% approval rating from Israel for Donald Trump. And yet here, his fucking supporters are literally talking about how Jews will not replace us and shit like that. Just a little bit of interesting spice there. But then again, Viktor Orban, also considered a wonderful ally to Bibi Netanyahu in Israel, despite he himself being anti-Semitic and running on anti-Semitic conspiracies like how George Soros controls the media and also Hungary. So, just a reminder that, like, actually a lot of fucking anti-Semites are super, super tight with Bibi Netanyahu, who himself is engaged in Holocaust revisionism. That's another reminder for that one too. What about the knife attack in Toronto that turned out to be a crazy Israel supporter with a knife, but the media still said it was an anti-Semitic attack? I don't know. I'm unfamiliar. I haven't kept up with like anti-Semitic attacks happening in the West in my coverage of Israel Palestine, because I don't think that those two are in the same, like, I don't think that those two are married. And I dislike attempts by the media to marry the two so they can create a more comfortable, justifiable narrative to either deflect away from the conversation or start fucking running defense for the IDF. Sorry. I find those to be mutually exclusive. And I say this as someone who literally talks about anti-Semitism all the fucking time. All the goddamn time. They can merge. There are certainly instances, for example, when, what did Netanyahu say about the Holocaust? He said that the Palestinian mufti taught Hitler to hate Jewish people. Hitler simply wanted to expel the Jews and send them somewhere, but then the mufti was like, no, exterminate them. Which is just straight up anti-Semitic. It's ahistorical and, like, actually some of the worst kind of anti-Semitism that you can engage in. Like, literally, universally condemned, by the way. Like, everyone was like, that's fucking crazy. Don't worry, guys. He's got old Jewish coins and stuff. He obviously loves Israel. Anyway. They're separate issues, with the exception of, like, tensions flaring up in a fucking pro-Palestine or pro-Israel rally. Okay? Having said that, there are literal anti-Semitic actions against fucking people who are Jewish, okay? That is the truth. And it is completely unacceptable. Completely fucking unacceptable. And if you do some shit like that, fuck you. You are filth. The ADL have an entire seminar yesterday I listened to. It was difficult and have the recording if you want. They didn't mention the Palestine side, but only focused on anti-Semitism in the West, complaining about the sirens and sheltering in Israel. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Anyway. While police said it's unclear if the individuals involved in the assault in New York were a part of the protest in Times Square, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has said the man assaulted was by protesters. A video recorded by a bystander shows several people kicking a man on the ground and hitting him with unidentified objects. It's unclear what happened before the video began. This kind of shit happened during the Black Lives Matter protests. Remember, like, there were instances where people would just straight up turn around and be like, oh, look at this old white guy who's getting beaten up by black dudes. Like, look at how crazy it is. And then the entire fucking video would come out, and it was literally like the fucking white dude was like trying to beat the shit out of some black lady in the middle of a protest, and these people were fighting back. It's almost always fucking chaotic at these protests. If you go to one of these protests, do not fucking hit anyone. Don't be a goddamn idiot, okay? Do not do that. There was another instance where the JDL, oh, the Toronto one was the JDL one. Okay, yeah. There was another instance in Toronto where an actual fucking Jewish Defense League member, which is a far-right, ultra-Zionist, psychopathic, fascist fucking terror organization, according to the FBI, attacked people with a bat and knife. And they said that it was an anti-Semitic attack. The Canadian media reported it as an anti-Semitic attack, when in fact it was this fucking dude who was literally fucking wearing a Jewish Defense League logo. The Jewish Defense League is similar to the English Defense League, by the way, if you remember. Also fascists, but in the UK. Yeah, why does my dude look like fucking Steve Bannon right now? What's going on? Anyway, after a disturbing video of what happened appeared to be an assault by pro-Palestinian demonstrators on an elderly man in Toronto over the weekend, new footage has surfaced and appearing to show the victim in that video had been brandishing a weapon, and it may have been part of a larger altercation involving the members of the Canadian chapter of a U.S. designated terror group. So, you know, people love jumping on these fucking stories immediately and being like, this demonstrates that criticisms of Israel is sparking anti-Semitism, when in fact, criticisms of Israel can spark anti-Semitism. I'm not even denying that. But if you are in the media, your job is to literally educate the people that Israel does not mean fucking Jew and that anti-Semitism is completely unacceptable. Okay? That's my take. Stop making concessions to bad faith? What? What concessions have I made so far? Hold on. I'm not making any fucking concessions. Fuck you mean? Stop making concessions. What concessions have I made? It's a lot better now. Holy shit. What's your take on Mehdi Hassan's U-turn about the anti-Semitic thing?
Love you, chat. Hassle.
And then 5 people were injured in a Los Angeles restaurant. The funniest part about that story was motherfuckers were like, I can't believe they attacked a Jewish restaurant. Literally a sushi place, bro. Come on. In LA, police are investigating after reports that several Jewish people dining at a sushi restaurant on Tuesday were targeted by a group of pro-Palestinian men who were driving past them. They were on a pro-Palestinian convoy, okay? And if they fucking attack them, they're pieces of shit. I said this already. And they did. They did attack them. Don't fucking attack people. Don't do that. Let's see what happens with the end of this investigation. A woman who says she was dining at the restaurant told CNN that people in the cars began throwing bottles at them and yelled anti-Semitic slurs, including the words, dirty Jew. Few people suffered minor injuries and no arrests had been made as of Thursday, according to the LAPD Public Information Officer, Jeff Lee. Video obtained by CNN shows a man swinging a metal stanchion at a masked man wearing black and punching one of the men as they try to grab it from his hands. He's then pushed against the car where he's kicked and punched by the group of men. We watched the video. If these motherfuckers threw shit from their cars, you're an idiot, okay? You're an absolute fucking idiot.
You're kinda new here.
Like,
is the microphone
you're
really
a
close
dog
to your
shit
mouth,
human.
or is it just
I know that tensions are fucking high, but like, if someone, and we watch the video, if someone fucking says fuck Palestine while you're doing a pro-Palestine rally, just leave it. Let them say fuck you. Let them say fuck Palestine. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? Absolutely pathetic. A synagogue in Arizona was vandalized. Lastly, the Congregation Shalom Synagogue in Tucson, Arizona was vandalized earlier this week. Again, similar to the situation in Florida where like actual Nazis were waving the fucking Palestinian flag at a pro-Israel rally in Florida, and everyone was like, oh my God, look at anti-Semitism rising as a consequence of like Israel, as though those fucking Nazis, who were literal Nazis, by the way, like actual white supremacist Nazis, like, you know, Heil Hitler type Nazis, those guys give a single fuck about Muslims or Palestinians. I saw an explosive. What about this incident, though? Yeah, I saw the explosive device. I have no idea. I haven't seen any fucking coverage of it beyond this video that I saw on Instagram. I think someone blew up a firework. Luckily, no one was harmed as a consequence of that. I don't know who the fuck did it or why they did it. It's a firework, though. I saw the video. I saw it as well. Anyway, so don't be a fucking idiot. Don't be a fucking moron. Don't be an asshole. You know, like absolutely zero reason to fucking attack Jewish people, no matter how, like, even if a Jewish person is, or not even a Jewish person, even if a fucking Catholic Christian person, another Muslim person, doesn't fucking matter. Even if they are like insane fucking supporters, like unhinged supporters of Israel's occupation, that doesn't give you a right to attack the other person, no matter how fucking heated you feel, especially because everyone will use that against you, you fucking idiot. Okay? If you don't give a shit about it from the point of view of not hurting another human being, then give a shit about it from the point of view of like you're hurting your own cause. Okay? There you go. Optics kick W. I mean, dude, yes. This is one area where I will make the optics argument because it's fucking stupid. It's already insanely stupid to go and attack random motherfuckers. Is it okay to punch Nazis? These people aren't Nazis.
Don't target random American Jews for Israel. It's like targeting Chinese Americans for Tibet. Shit at Hasanabi. Peepopog.
Anyway, there is a Nazi who's pro-Israel, and his name is Richard Spencer. He got punched, but, you know, that's... They kind of are Nazis, just socially acceptable Nazis. Dude. There are absolutely Nazi and fascist, psychopathic, bloodthirsty Zionists out there, okay? There are literal Nazis who are in support of Israel's project because they want to fucking purge the Jews to an area that is far away from them, especially when those Jews end up, murdering Palestinians, i.e. Muslims, right? But not every fucking liberal Zionist or not every fucking Zionist in general is like that. So you can't make that distinction and start fucking punching people like this. That's crazy. Do you have any Jew friends? Of course I do, man. What the fuck? What a fucking stupid question. Like, that is an insanely stupid question. I probably know, unless you are Jewish yourself, I probably know more Jewish people than you do. I went to fucking Rutgers and Miami before that, and literally are in like socially progressive media circles. I live in LA now. Like, I literally live in all of the fucking major areas that that have
my uncle had
significant Jewish populations.
To him here in South Florida.
Like,
I don't
of
even
course.
like their government.
Kid asks an innocent question, you yell at him. That's not an innocent question. That was 100% a question. Also, if I can give out advice to your audience, don't chastise people for not being fully pro-Palestine. If they show that they're willing to learn and change their mind, there's a lot to gain for having a conversation with them and not just attacking them. I agree. Name every Jewish person. Has chat ruined your day yet? No. The Pakistan foreign minister spoke to CNN and CNN said he was anti-Semitic. Show me the video. Wait, he said something anti-Semitic? What did he fucking say?
UN General Assembly gathered today to discuss this crisis. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi took to the podium to demand aid to be allowed into Gaza and called for an end to, quote, Israeli aggression.
A just solution for Palestine is imperative for the maintenance of regional and global peace and security. Clearly, the onus for restoring peace rests on Israel.
And the Pakistani foreign minister joins me now from New York. Mr. Minister, thank you so much for joining us. It has been a very busy day. From your end, do you hear any talks about a possible ceasefire coming anytime soon?
I am convinced the tide is turning. I am convinced the public pressure, the pressure of public opinion is mounting, and ceasefire is inevitable. Israel is losing out. They're losing the media war despite their connections. They are losing the media war. The tide is turning.
What are their connections?
Deep pockets.
What does that mean?
Well, they're very influential people. I mean, they control media.
I would call that an anti-Semitic remark.
Well, you see, the point is they have a lot of influence and they get a lot of coverage. Now, what has balanced that is the citizen journalist who has been reporting, sharing video clips, and that has jolted people, and that has woken up people, and people who are sitting on the fence are today speaking up. Do you see how in different capitals of the world, in London, in Madrid, in Michigan, Chicago, every place from Sydney to the European capitals, people have come out and saying, put an end to this insanity. They're calling for an immediate ceasefire. Now, the Security Council has failed in...
Did he say it yet? Sorry, I was peeing and then my dad just showed up. Ya o şeye bak, siyah masaya bak. O yemeği de orada dışarıda bırak, bence neighbor'ın herhalde. Bunu aç bak. Bir de siyah bir tane şey var orada, masa var. Siyah masanın üstünde olabilir. Annem gelmedi herhalde. Annem de geldi. Why? Why? Okay, sorry. My mom wasn't walking for the past couple of days. Like, she was her sciatica and stuff was like acting out in a way that like it just like rendered her to stay in bed. So I'm surprised this is her first appearance walking around since for the past 2 days. So what did this guy say that was like fucking anti-Semitic? What did he say?
Well, they're very influential people. I mean, they control media.
Oh, come on, dude. That's it? Okay, dude, you can't say that. There's just fucking, you can't say that.
It's inevitable. Israel is losing out. They're losing the media war despite their connections. They are losing the media war. The tide is turning.
What are their connections?
Deep pockets.
What does that mean?
Well, they're very influential people. I mean, they control media.
Israel has a propaganda operation. Israel also has a lobbying operation. These are both very successful. Saying that is anti-Semitic is ridiculous. He's on the line, okay? He is. He's on the fucking line there. You can't word shit like that. You just can't do that. You literally cannot fucking word anything like that. You have to 1000% be super clear as best as you can. Because the moment that you say they, you're like, are you saying that Jews control the media? Because that is anti-Semitic. That is an anti-Semitic conspiracy. in comparison to the Palestinian people who have nothing, of course, the Israeli government gets significantly more favorable coverage. Not only that, but also has been able to literally change legislation in America. This has nothing to do with Jews. But if you are a educated politician like this, you can't be getting fucking trapped by a goddamn CNN anchor. Like, you're going to get clapped.
I mean, I would call that an anti-Semitic remark.
Well, you see, the point is they have a lot of influence and they get...
Like, oh, this is bad. He should have immediately been like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean Jews. Like, literally, he should have caught it and immediately turned around and been like, I apologize. Anti-Semitism is a real problem. And therefore, I would not want to be misconstrued as an anti-Semite. If you fucking, your elaboration is supposed to be like, if your elaboration is like, well, they just, lie, you're going to get fucking clapped up.
Get a lot of coverage. Now, what has balanced that is the citizen journalist who has been reporting.
Like, the real shit here, the real argument that he's trying to make, which I literally agree with, for the record, from what I understand, he's trying to say that the media has always offered very favorable coverage to the Israeli government, bordering on, not even bordering on, it's just doing propaganda for the Israeli government. Absolutely. Okay? And that for the first time, there is a sea change in Western media, or at least in Western social media, as a consequence of citizen journalists just straight up live streaming the atrocities that the Israeli occupying force is engaging in. Okay? That is saying they control the media isn't going to fly even for many leftists. His point is correct, but the way he said it sounds awful and will easily be clipped to look worse. Absolutely. I agree. You can't do that. You should know better. Like, you're a fucking politician. Or maybe you are anti-Semitic. I don't fucking know. But, like, if you're not anti-Semitic, you should literally know better than to say shit like that, especially when tensions are fucking high and it's a pretty easy fucking dub. Also, more importantly than that, you're literally fucking playing into the meme and playing into the negative stereotype that isn't really a fucking real thing either, that fascists engage in all the time. Why did you mention working in the media for knowing Jewish people? I said I live in Los Angeles, and I said I work in, like, activist leftist circles. Do you know how many fucking Jews are in activist leftist circles? Are you kidding me? Jewish people have historically had, have historically been fucking leaders in, like, every goddamn left-wing, left-leaning social media cause on the, or not social media, social cause on the planet as a consequence of their shared history of oppression and marginalization. A fact I literally bring up all the goddamn time. I said social media. I hate people who try to twist everything you say. This is one area where, like, if you're like, oh, dude, Hassan, you're fucking anti-Semitic, like, you're a freak. I don't know how to, I don't, like, you're literally insane. Like, good luck. I'm sure you can clip some shit out of context and make it seem like I am, but, like, it is straight up an insane thing to say. So it's okay that they're killing people then? Look, motherfucker, you're doing that. You're doing that thing right now. You are literally being anti-Semitic. Okay? Stop. What do you mean they are killing people? Are Jews killing people all around the fucking world right now? Like, what kind of psychopathic take is that? Dial it back, motherfucker. You are literally turning into, this is like one step removed from saying, like, dude, Black Lives Matter protests are pretty fucking violent. Blacks are killing people. Don't do that. Anyway, let's keep going.
sharing video clips, and that has jolted people, and that has woken up people, and people who were sitting on the fence are today speaking up. Do you see how in different capitals of the world, in London, in Madrid, in Michigan, Chicago, every place, from Sydney to the European capitals, people have come out and saying, put an end to this insanity. They're calling for an immediate ceasefire. Now, the Security Council has failed in forging a joint statement and coming out with a joint statement and forging a consensus. The General Assembly today is giving a clear message.
I find it very difficult to argue after saying that Israel has a lot of influence when someone counters with Israel is by definition a Jewish state. Yeah, okay. Well, then fucking ask them why they don't have a similar criticism against, like, Islamophobia if Saudi Arabia has a lot of influence in American foreign policy. Like, that's so fucking stupid, dude. Israel wants to and is desperately trying to actively become a fucking psychopathic ethno-state, a religious ethno-state, okay? And in an effort to do so, they are engaging in pogroms themselves of the Muslims that live in their territories that they currently occupy illegally, okay? All of that is true. That doesn't mean it's fucking good. That doesn't mean it's right, okay? But, like, I absolutely fucking hate this notion that, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying, like, Israel has a lot of influence on American media, especially with respect to the mainstream media coverage. That's anti-Semitic. It's not fucking anti-Semitic. You're a fucking dingus, dude. God damn. Literally look at the way that the American mainstream media and, like, the international Western mainstream media cover the Palestinian struggle. They either don't do it, or when they do, they're like, everyone's fucking Hamas. Everyone's fucking Hamas. Israelis have been murdered by Hamas, whereas Palestinians keep dying. How are they dying? Who knows? They perish on their own.
To the Security Council, it is your prime responsibility to ensure peace and security. Please live up to the UN Charter.
But, Mr. Ambassador, can we not separate the fact that there are calls for peace and for equal human rights for...
Wait, if he's such an anti-Semite, why is she still talking to him? That's kind of weird. She should have just, like, fucking ended the broadcast right there. If he's like, what's up? You did a fucking 11-minute conversation with a fucking anti-Semite who's, like, doing anti-Semitism on your show? That's kind of weird.
For both sides, for Palestinians and for Israelis, without anti-Semitic talk and rhetoric, and we are seeing an increase in anti-Semitism.
Oh, Jesus fucking ensure Christ. Peace and security. Please live up to the UN Charter.
But, Mr. Ambassador, can we not separate the fact that there are calls for peace and for equal human rights for both sides, for Palestinians?
From who? Are there calls for peace for within the Israeli government? Because I don't think so. I think that's a delusional take.
Palestinians and for Israelis, without anti-Semitic talk and rhetoric, and we are seeing an increase in anti-Semitism throughout the world. Many of these protests are showing signs and images of anti-Semitism as well. Shouldn't you be condemning that?
I will not justify any rocket attacks, and I cannot justify and I cannot condone the aerial bombardment that is taking place.
But what about anti-Semitism? And what about Hamas's role in stopping the rockets?
I am saying when you do not engage, when there are no negotiations, when there is occupation, when there's genocide, when there's war crimes, when there's ethnic cleansing, then an extremist element takes advantage of that situation. Avoid it. How do you avoid it? You avoid it by pursuing a two-state solution.
Antifada raid? Thank you, Antifada, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I didn't see it, but